So I don't know if you can tell from my excitement. Hey, besties. I got some new braids. Hold on, let's get into it. I'm trying to zoom so y'all can see it. All right, anyways, it's not zooming, but I went back to oldies but goodies, the little natural, turn to brown, into the little gold tip. Oh, and they long. Anyways, don't come for me. I know. I know. I didn't do a video last week. That, I mean, I didn't do a video last week. Last week was hard. We're all going through it. I'm sorry, I just love my braids. Anyways, we're all going through it. So let's do a recap. If you're new here, this is The Global Life. Monica, I'm a diplomat. We're going through it right now. But I talk about more than just what I do. I talk about living overseas, the traveling that I do, the countries that I visit, and just really connecting in this thing called life. But you guys get to see it from behind the scenes as part of The Global Life. So got that out of the way. So anyways, what's new? So last week, so that would have been the weekend into last week, which is when I didn't post. We're not gonna hold me. I just took a break. I said, you know what? Life is lifing, and I'm in this country. I'm in Monrovia, Liberia. I need to go out and see what's out there. So I actually ended up going to a place called Walker Lodge. I'm butchering the name. I will, at the end of all this, I'm gonna put a clip where I'm going to kind of walk you around the area. I wanted to like get really fancy with it and like put the clip and then come back and talk to y'all, put the clip. But I'm just trying to get this posted today. Because I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow and I'll do all the I wouldn't. Something would have came up. So I was like, nope, I'm just going to do the video and then I'll add the videos from the lodge at the end. So if you want to stick around and watch some of the scenes, the footage from the lodge, great. If you don't, I'm just happy you came in and checked this out. But to keep me on goal for this year of posting one video on YouTube per week, we just here, okay, I should have muted my laptop. We just here making sure we do it every week. Quality, but we're not going to go for perfection. Progress before progression. And I'm not editing this either. You're just going to get all the bloopers. It is what it is. So, okay. So I did that. I went to Walker Lodge. Again, I think I'm butchering. It was stunning. I'm not going to lie. Getting there was kind of a test of my ability to deal. Because here's the thing. I've been on bad roads. It's nothing like that. But I just found myself getting so annoyed with everything and everyone. And it just kind of just made me pause and think, like, why is stuff just getting under my skin so bad? And why can it change my mood so much? And so I literally just kind of like sat in meditative silence in part of the ride. I was by myself with a driver. I'd rented a car. It wasn't the car that I thought it was going to be. There was no AC. It was like 3.5 hours, which I knew about the 3.5 hours, so that wasn't a big deal. But yeah, it was basically, how do I deal with things when they're coming at me unexpectedly, right? There's a lot going on right now in the world that impacts my livelihood, my employment, everything. How am I going to deal with those things? And this was just kind of like a snippet into it. Like, the vehicle that came to pick me up wasn't what I expected it to be, but I was never given a level of expectation of the vehicle. It was just like, here's how much it costs, the vehicle will pick you up, and I made certain assumptions that in hindsight I should have asked, but I didn't. And so here we are. Here we are leaving Monrovia, driving 3.5 hours to this place that I did little to no research on. The pictures look nice. I reached out, the customer service was good, and I was like, book it. That's a very cool place to be right now in life. with everything going on, that I can just have the ability to take a break. And I think where I am also adds to that because there's like beaches and stuff like that. But I think everybody should find the way that they can to just take a break. Sometimes that's what you need. So the trip was great. I went for a weekend, Friday to Sunday. Wonderful. I'll definitely go back. Um, and then on the ride home, I'm a person who has a lot of like side thoughts. My brain be going on side quests. I'm just sitting in the taxi, and nothing trick. I don't know what triggered this, to be perfectly honest. So I'm sitting in the taxi, and I'm already thinking about my next trip, right? Because that's how we stay sane. We're travel girlies over here. I have a trip coming up. Am I sitting straight? Anyways, I have a trip coming up in June with a bunch of friends. This has been planned since October past. We bought tickets. We don't have our lodging yet, so should probably get on that. But I had this moment in the car where I was like, I need to hit the gym for real. Like, I need to look good in these clothes on the beach in Portugal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Afro Nation, every year, there was this huge 3-day festival in Portugal. This is my first time going. I have multiple friends that have gone. They've said it's been amazing. It's also their 5th year anniversary, and it was originally supposed to be around my birthday month, and then they changed the schedule and made it later in July. Because why didn't y'all ask me first? But anyways, we're still going. And so I was just sitting in the cab and was like, I need to be a baddie this summer. I know June is like 4 months away. We're not talking about reality. We're talking about Delulu living. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to the gym. So another reason I wasn't posting was because I didn't post because I spent last week waking up at 5:45. Now, I was an athlete in college. I've done the 5 a.m., but I don't like it. I just don't like it. But I also realized because I get off work so late here, I just wasn't having enough time to get off work, go to the gym, have dinner, and then work on my passion projects the way that I wanted to without being up to like 11, 12 o'clock at night, then to turn around and wake up again. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the gym in the morning. Let me tell you something. The people that wake up at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., they are better than us. 100%. Because every day, so this was my first week of doing 5:45. By 6 p.m., I'm ready for bed. This weekend, I was in bed every day by 7 o'clock. How are you outside if you're in bed by 7 p.m.? You're not. You're not spending money. You're not eating. You're basically working, going to the gym, and going to sleep. That's what this next month is going to be. Because once I've gotten a week down, what do? I'm like, let's up it. Let's do the 5 a.m. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. So I'm joining the early morning club. You can tell by my face, I'm excited. But we need to be on the beaches of Portugal looking. I don't know what that was. Did you see that flash? Because sometimes I see those and I think it's me and it's the light. I don't know. Okay, stay on task. Stay in conversation. Y'all gonna join me for these morning sessions? Is anybody going? So first of all, I have a friend of mine. She's a gym girly. And she was like, oh, because I was like, you do this, like, we're going to do this every day for, like, the rest of our lives, like, forever. And she was like, it becomes routine, like, brushing your teeth and taking a shower. And I was like, I find that so hard to believe that I'm going to get to a point where going to the gym is going to be like me brushing my teeth. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my session today. Um, I did. There was a moment where I was just like, I'm in the gym. I felt thin. I felt healthy. And I was like, shit, I got to do this tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah. So that's basically this week's wrap up. We're not going to talk about no work stuff because we already know. We've been seeing what's been going on. We don't need any more Oval talk. We don't. It's just wild. So yeah, so I'm still in Monrovia. Like I said, stay tuned if you want to see some of the shots from the lodge. That was really cool. If you want to check out, excuse me, if you want to check out some of the like more detailed videos, I'll probably throw something on TikTok or maybe even do another video here that's just for the lodge. I'm not committing to that, but I'm gonna try to. But yeah, so that's what this week was about. This week was about rest and taking on new challenges. I see how that is conflicting when I said it out loud, but we got to be baddies for the summer. We're not gonna act like these braids ain't fire. Anyways, let's see what else do we want to talk about. That's it. I gotta go. It's almost 7 o'clock, and I need to upload this and go to sleep because early morning gym club. All right.